I followed the Tailwind every day for a week. It's a simple concept. I flew to Spain for a bikepacking trip with my friend Elena. Each day we're going to wake up, check the direction of the wind, and that would determine our route for the day.
The wind is going northwest.
In 7 days, where will we end up?
The wind today, although it's not a strong one, it's a northeasterly. Alina is the route master on this trip. So what are we using to plan the routes?
Commute. So we're going northwest, did you say?
Yeah. No, northeast.
Once we'd figured out the difference between our east and west, it was time to get going.
All right, so we have a route out of Lleida, northeast direction. We don't know how far we're gonna run. Okay, that was nearly crashed into a car in the first 200 meters of the trip. Good start. We have no idea how far we're gonna ride today. We're just gonna head northeast. When we get tired or it gets dark, then we're gonna stop. Hey Siri, what time is sunset?
Sunset will be at 1918 today.
Okay, 20 past 7. That means we have like 8 hours of riding.
We can ride through the night if you want. I got lights charged.
Pass.
Back up on my grizzly on my bar.
30 kilometers in the legs already so far. Now the premise of this video is we're taking the tailwind, but there is literally no wind today. There's not a breath. I think the forecast is about 2 or 3 kilometers. It is just sod's law. At the one time, we want tailwind. We want there to be wind. There isn't any.
So as soon as we reach 50 kilometers, we'll have a beer.
Every 50 kilometers?
Every 50 kilometers.
Okay, so if we ride 200k, we have to stop.
Beer. Or if it's a hard day, you stop every 30 kilometers to keep the spirits up.
Just sounds like a pub crawl.
Doing awesome. Yeah. Fake energy, that's where you lost him. If you come around this time, it costs you. Yeah. I can't judge nobody, no, we all fucked up.
Perfect.
So obviously we're heading north today, and I knew we're heading towards the Pyrenees mountains on the French border, but I didn't realize we were as close as we actually are. I just took a look at the map on my phone, and I mean, yeah, we're about 5 kilometers from the border of the Pyrenees mountains. So today's been a nice day so far, and it's about to get pretty hard.
After a quick beer, Coca-Cola, it's time to get back aboard our bicycles and head towards the Pyrenees.
First stop done and dusted. In every direction, it's just mountains.
Somebody only God I trust. Over traumatized, so the squad might bust. Probably get your body, then the squad locked up.
Whatever you do, don't go down there. Welcome to the Pyrenees, sports fans. We climbed up into the Pyrenees, then we descended down. Now we're going through a valley, within the Pyrenees mountains on the Spanish side, and these roads are incredible. There is no traffic. We've hardly seen anyone in like the past hour. Just open roads. No wind, unfortunately. Topping up the water straight from the mountains. How does it taste?
Oh, it's so good.
I've got to say, I'm happy with the decision. Well, I'm happy with the wind sent us north today. I think this is the best outcome, actually. We have a problem. We've only done 98k.
Oh, that's okay.
Beer number 2 going down. So we had a little bit of a situation on our hands. The accommodation tonight we'd booked, we'd reserved a place on Airbnb, which is 30 kilometers further north from the town of Tremp, which is where we currently are. However, the host have not confirmed the booking. The time is getting on in the day a little bit, and it kind of takes you into the middle of nowhere. So I think what we're going to do is stay in Tremp, the town that we're in right now. It's a big town, there's plenty of hotels, and I mean, we still have done 100k today. That's not a bad first day, right?
No, it's perfect.
I'm gonna say cheers, that's end of day 1.
Cheers.
We made it. Okay, welcome to day number 2. We're leaving Tremp this morning. Just checked the weather app on my phone, and we're heading west today, further inland. We have 1 km/h winds today. Not much of a tailwind again.
Damn it.
All right, where are we headed today?
Southwest. So,
Say, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Scrap everything we just said. We read the weather app wrong.
No, we did not. It said differently before.
So the wind has completely changed 180 degrees. So instead of heading instead of heading west, we're gonna head northeast now towards Andora.
Northeast or northwest?
Northeast. We're definitely in the Pyrenees. Out the door, 24k climb. Let's go.
Yay!
Now this Ribble Endurance SLR disc is my dream bike. But did you know for the price of a coffee and cake, £5, you could win your dream bike? Just head over to winyourdreambike.co.uk, grab one of the limited number of tickets that are available, and select your dream bike from the list of available options. You've only got a couple days left to enter this month's draw, and regardless of how many tickets we sell, we give away bikes every single month.
Found a fountain to fill up the water bottles. However, there's a sign. We don't really know what this means, so we're currently translating it. Any idea? Okay, Google doesn't know the translation. I'm gonna guess it means that we can't drink this water. The fact that there's a sign there, I don't know.
So with the prospect of potentially myself, I wasn't all that keen to drink this water. We decided to put our thirst aside and crack on.
After 24 kilometers and what's felt like an eternity, there's the top of the climb, 1,400 meters. Woohoo! And now it's time for the fun bit, going down. So it's lunchtime, we've got some abocadillos. It's egg on bread, basically, egg on toast. But we have some good news. We are about halfway to Andora now, 60 or so kilometers into today's ride. We're sort of just riding up through the valley towards Andora, and the wind has picked up. So this is good news. We actually have some tailwind now for the first time in this entire trip. I guess one downside to cycling to Andora is it's a busy road into the country.
Yesterday has been more beautiful, but now that we're on a quiet road,
Yeah.
I'm really excited. And tailwind!
Yeah, we finally got some tailwind. It's picked up to about 10 kilometers per hour, which is a nice tempo. We're tapping along nicely here. You know what? I'm having a flipping good time. We have made it out of one country and we're about to cross the border right now into Andora. We made it to Andora. Yee! One country down. Let's go. Woo! We are officially in Andora. Woohoo! According to the Wahoo, we still have about 15-16 kilometers to go until we reach the middle of Andora, which is where our hotel is tonight. So we're in Andora, we made it across the border, but we're not at the destination just yet. Looks like everyone's trying to leave Andora. Andora is really good for cycling, apparently.
Okay, hold up. I just spoke to a friend who lives in Andorra, and apparently this particular tunnel isn't for cycling. So, yeah, I can only apologise to the Andorran government for using your tunnel.
The hotel that we booked tonight is just outside of La Vella, which is the main town in Andorra, in a smaller town called La Massana. But unfortunately, it's up a 5k climb. The tailwind doesn't seem to be having much effect right now.
No, not at all. Not if it's 10%, 15%.
That's the first time we've been beeped at this trip. Probably an English guy. Right, that's pretty much the end of day 2. Alina's inside getting some food for dinner. Then we're gonna head to the hotel, which is just another kilometer away. I know I'm in Andorra now because I have no signal on my phone and I have to buy data, which is expensive. We only did 112 kilometers today, but Andorra is a ski resort, so it was pretty much climbing the whole day. We did 2,300 meters of climbing. I'll see you in the morning for day 3. Andorra. Day 3. It's much colder this morning and we have some angry looking clouds in the background, but I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get day 3 underway. However, before I go, a quick moment of appreciation for this room that I booked last night. 30 quid this place cost me. 30 quid. I had a bed, a warm room and an insane view. 30 quid. We're having breakfast this morning just at a local cafe. We've got a little bit of a situation on our hands. There is a bad weather front moving into Andorra, so we need to get off the mountain. We need to go down as fast as we can, otherwise we're gonna get wet. Do you think the rain's coming?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, you're optimistic.
I'm gonna stay positive. Yeah. We won't get wet.
The fact that you just said that means that now it's gonna rain.
No.
You've just jinxed it.
The wind is heading north today, so Alina has plotted out a route that heads north, crosses the border.
We're going to France. We're pretty much straight out the door into a climb. How long's this one?
Well, doing a 20-meter up,
Yeah.
10-kilometer. That's it.
So it's time to leave the star-studded Principality of Andora. I just can't quite put my finger on what brings all these high-paid athletes to this low-tax mountainous country. But either way, it was time to climb our way out of the valley before a long old descent into France.
There it is. I don't know how well the GoPro's picking it up. Over there, ladies and gentlemen, that is rain. There's a storm brewing. There's the top, 2,408 meters. Bonjour, je m'appelle Cameron, je ne sais pas. That's about as far as my French goes. But ladies and gentlemen, we're in France.
Once we'd descended into France, we found somewhere to eat where we would perch our bottoms and find a place to stay tonight.
All right, took a little bit of digging, but we have found a place to stay tonight.
I just said that.
Literally just rolled out of the cafe where we stopped for lunch, straight into the third climb. Oh my god, my legs are not feeling happy about this. Bread legs, bread legs,
Yeah.
bread legs.
Oh my god, so much.
All right, we're about 500 meters from the top of the final climb of the day. We've got the 80s bangers blaring, morale sky high right now. How are you feeling?
Woo! Fantastic! Sun shining, 80s. Always make me happy.
However, we are on a race against time a little bit now. We've got an hour and a half left of daylight and 40k to do. Could be tight.
Sorry.
This is what happens when you bring a gravel rider on a road bikepacking trip and let her be in charge of the routes. Oh my god. It's probably faster doing it like that anyway. What a fantastic road. Absolutely beautiful.
After a slight hiccup, we were back on the good stuff and heading for the finish line.
Last descent now to the hotel. Today's been a long day. Nearly 6 hours in the saddle. We've either been climbing or descending the entire day. There's barely been a flat road. Ballesta! We made it! Come on! Day 3 in the bag. Welcome to day number 4 of following the Tailwind. We're in France this morning, so in true French style, we've got a croissant for breakfast, and instead of checking the weather forecast this morning, we're going to do the croissant wind test. Guess there's no wind today. We're staying here.
The wind is going northwest.
So much like the other days, there's not much wind to start today. For about an hour, maybe 2 hours, there's literally nothing. Then after that, the wind picks up and we should have more of a tailwind towards Toulouse. What a lovely morning to ride a bicycle. Beautiful. We've finally arrived at the first town of the ride today. It's taken us 30 kilometers, but we found a town where there's a cafe and we're going to get ourselves a coffee because I haven't had coffee today. And there is also a sick castle.
This is a Foix. F-O-I-X.
Is it foie or faux? Foie.
I think so.
Bonjour, foie.
After a quick caffeinated Beverino, it was time to jump back aboard our bicycles and continue our voyage.
I didn't think we'd be back here after yesterday's antics, but again, gravel. We're back on gravel.
Yay, it's the best.
When I woke up this morning and checked the wind forecast, I did not expect to end up cycling through this huge, insane cave today. We just climbed the last kind of main categorized climb of the day, 70 kilometers to go until the hotel. Now we've got like a 15-kilometer descent, so I think I'm going to use my very limited geography skills of the French Pyrenees mountains and say that we are leaving the Pyrenees now, heading for the flatlands. Let's descend. Alright, just had a near-death experience. My rain jacket that I put on top of my bag just got stuck in my rear disc, and the back wheel is locked. I was just skidding over the road. I don't know how I saved that.
You probably didn't want to kill me.
It smells like it's burning.
Yeah.
I reckon I got a hole in my rain jacket. Alright, let's try and get this out. Capture this moment. Oh yes. Oh my god. Wait, let me put it on. Let's see. I mean, this jacket's like 5 years old, so. Do you think it's still waterproof?
Let's just hope for good one.
Maybe it's a new like hole for my head to go through.
Like, subscribe, so Cameron can buy a new jacket.
Oh, this is nice. First time in 4 days we've had a wheel to sit on. Our hotel's in Saint-Gaudens. If you can take us there.
Sadly, they weren't going all the way to Saint-Gaudens. However, our new French friends took pity on us and they proceeded to invite us back to their home to refill our bottles.
Merci. It's a key moment in the trip right now, day 4. We're 30 kilometers from the hotel. Now, when we were in Spain, we bought a pack of Haribo. Now, this is the emergency pack and to be opened in an emergency situation. And Alina has just asked for the emergency pack of Haribo. Are you sure you want to take these?
No longer, but yes.
Quick wind check, we are heading west and the wind is also heading west. So everything is looking good. That is so satisfying after 100k. We are caffeinated, got a drink at that bar, and there's the first sign for tonight's accommodation, Saint-Gaudens, 22.7 kilometers away. I feel like I'm as old as this guy right now. This is cruel. One last climb. Missed the welcome sign, but we have arrived in Saint-Gaudens. This is where we're staying for tonight. That is day 4 and another 140 kilometers in the bag.
Alright, welcome to day number 5. So to summarise, over the last 4 days we've done about 480 kilometres. We started down there in Lleida. We've ridden through 3 countries and now we're in France.
Definitely an accommodation highlight of the trip last night. We stayed in this French chateau. There's only 39 quid an Airbnb. For all of this. Another day in France means another typical French breakfast. We've got a coffee and a croissant. But most importantly, Alina, which way are we headed today?
We're heading north. You forgot the fromage.
Fromage. We're heading north with our fromage. So I guess we're just heading further into France, up towards Toulouse today. All right, sports fans, here we go, day 5. Let's go. Saint-Gaudens, it's been a pleasure, but we must leave and continue our journey.
To be honest with you, for much of day 5, it was relatively uninteresting. We were just riding through the farmlands of the Midi-Pyrenees region of France. The highlight of the day was seeing a plethora of kale fields.
So we made it to some cycle lane bike track. That's what I would call it anyway.
So we're on the Route de Garant. Today, for a huge part of the route, the tailwind will be very much appreciated. It is not much around and probably we'll be able to go fast.
Alright, we just ticked over 2 hours, that's 55 kilometers. We're making good progress today. We've got just under 100 kilometers to go until we arrive at our destination. Three hours into day 5 and we've just got the first drops of rain. I mean, we have got quite lucky so far with the rain, given that it is October in the south of France. Woo! I think I needed cooling down anyway. It was a bit too hot today, so it's fine. Plan of action, we're going to take a quick drink here, let the rain pass, and then apparently we've got like a 20 or 30 minute period where there's not going to be any rain before a big cloud shower weather front comes in. So yeah, we need to get going as soon as we possibly can, otherwise we're going to be stuck here, I think. Either that or it's ride in pouring down rain for the rest of the day. The rain has stopped and we are making a break for it. That's where we're headed, that blue sky. But we have been chased by that very black one behind us. Now a black cloud means it's full of rain. I didn't think this bikepacking adventure would turn into a race, but here we are. That's 100k ticked off today. We've got 50 left until we get to our destination for this evening. We're about 10k from the accommodation, the light's starting to go, and we're finishing the route on some gravel. Is this like your daily challenge to fit in some gravel at some point?
Definitely, you know, we've got to keep it adventurous.
Absolutely typical. We have 7 kilometers to go until the destination, and the heavens have just opened. Castelnaudary. We made it.
Day 5 in the bag. That was 145 kilometers today.
Up and Adam, and we are leaving Castelnaudary this morning, day 6 out of 7. However, it's our last day cycling today because tomorrow, day 7, we've got to figure out our travel plans in order to get back to Girona. The weather forecast for today, we've got a pretty strong wind to the west with some chance of rain later on. So we're going to head west in the direction of... How do your legs feel right now?
Right now, good, but...
Good. My legs are feeling a bit tired this morning. I think it's alive.
You got me feeling like a fireball.
Toulouse!
High in the sky. Looking like a thunderstorm. Oh, here we go, go. You're easy to remember.
So for the first 3 or maybe 4 days of this trip, we didn't have much wind at all. However, we woke up this morning with a welcome surprise of an amber weather warning for wind. So today, we're flying. Woo!
So nothing was going wrong today.
Bonjour.
We had plenty of wind on our back and we were heading towards the final city of the trip. However, sadly, things took a change for the worse.
So Alina had this wonderful idea today that we would ride to a lake. We have found the lake. I think I'm in the lake, but the lake is just low. So I'm walking on this like soft mud, and there's the lake. When you said today we're going to find a lake, I thought it'd be like a nice lake with a beach or something. I didn't realise we'd have to hike across in the middle of nowhere to find it.
A dirty puddle.
However, things improved.
Okay, we are tapping along nicely. 41 kilometers per hour.
There's only one of you, baby. Run away with me. Don't leave me lonely. You make my eyes all see all the crazy. You make my heart believe.
There's the first sign for Toulouse.
Baby, run away with me. You kill the lonely. You make my eyes all see.
We made it.
Yay!
After 6 days of riding, following the tailwind all day, every day, we've ridden through 3 different countries. We have finally made it to the city of Toulouse.